Hi. I had to create a new channel because my other channel has got a ban on it for 7 days because I mentioned Curaleaf, even though Curaleaf is legal and medically proven. Hey ho. So I did a post yesterday on Facebook and created another channel here. And because I've got a week's ban, and I've had the best day, and then something just really upset me. So I apologise for the slightly meh, because that's just upset me, and I'm an emotional person, so can't hide it. Anyway, earlier on, so I'd done some training to set up something else to make more money for people. So I've been busy today, but I kind of woke up from a daydream kind of thing, and I had this like monologue going in my head, so I decided to write it down. And this is what it was. If we choose to let go of what was and believe in the best in each other, in the best in humanity, that is what we will see. It is what we will become. Most importantly, it is what we are already. There is no time to waste. We have wasted enough. We have the power to change our future, both individually and collectively, in any given moment. All faith, all belief, all people are equal. It is through knowing, understanding, accepting, and seeing each other as the pure, positive souls and spirits that we truly are, forgiving each other for our mistakes, forgiving each other for not knowing what we didn't know until now, appreciating that our differences and our uniqueness is what gives us our power, both individually and collectively, to build something magnificent beyond our wildest dreams if we work together. Sorry. We are all integral and crucial cogs in an infinite clock of time. We are part of a never-ending story. And if one cog breaks, the clock stops. We are a global team. We are on the same side. Working together, we will always win. We are not divided, as the minority would have us believe. We are united. Imagine a world where everyone has water, everyone has food, everyone has a home, everyone has security, everyone has education, everyone has a dream, and everyone can make money. And all of us have worked together to create it. Imagine that world. Imagine the generations to come and what they will have, the inspiration and opportunity to create and innovate as a result. Every person would prosper, and everyone would know that they were heard, and that they were cared for, and that they were loved, and that we are family. And that we will fight together for peace, for justice, for equality, not through physical force, but with knowledge, courage, honour, respect, and love for each other. So that's just what came out of my head. So yeah, sorry. But you get the gist. I had loads to say and my brain's just gone to jelly. Something really upset me. But let me just get my thoughts. I've seen loads of videos today of people, like news clips of people all over the place, just like the best of, the best of people supporting each other. It's really cool. Yeah. So I'll put all the links in because I think that's just nice when you see, just like, rather than all the nasty news, it's nice to hear the nice stories where people help each other out of bad situations and save each other. Because right now we need to help each other. Because there's a lot of there's a lot of darkness. And although I know that we will win and that we've won already, it's still hard to see it. It still upsets me. To see this craziness going on. And it's not right. And there's a girl, Andrea Puerta, her name was, and she was just attacked for no reason on an underground metro. I think it was in Miami. This guy just got on the train and just beat the shit out of her for no reason. And there's other examples of that. This always happens all over. We've just got to be better people. Like if we can't accept it for ourselves, and we can't accept it for others either. Like if we see anything, we have to stop it. We have to video it so there's evidence. We have to try and stop it. We can't accept these hate crimes. Whether it's, a hate crime is, again, either age, sex, sexual orientation, race, religion. Now, we all fall in one of the, or more of those categories there. And if you wouldn't accept it, and you don't like it, if you're in one of those categories, then you shouldn't accept it for another either. Know what I mean? So if you're, let's say you don't, you experience racial hate, but then you're homophobic, that don't make no sense. Or, you're a woman and you don't like abuse, but then you're racist. They're one and the same. You can't expect to have respect and not give it. So it all has to stop. And there's these things that I've seen these people sending me links to these neo-Nazi type things that are going to come in the next few days or whatever in America. And on their posters, it says, "In God we trust." Now, that is so offensive. Don't even associate people out there that are neo-Nazis and white supremacists, yeah, and trying to associate yourself in any way with God is like the most offensive fucking thing. Because God does not stand by people like you, or actions that you take, or words that you say. Yeah, you have nothing to do with God. You are the antithesis of what God is in any belief, in any perception, in any faith. You're the antichrist. Like, make no mistake. Because God is all loving and all accepting of all people, of all faith, of all walks of life, of all religion, of all age, of everything, of all sexual orientation. It has always been. So to say that you are in any way associated with any God anywhere and behaving in that manner and speaking those words and doing those things, you're not associated with anything to do with God. And it just, I don't know, going to be straight, it proves how ignorant you are if you think that, because you clearly have got no understanding of either faith or God or religion or anything. Yeah. And I don't know why there's this, there's this resurgence of like, these belligerent sort of Trumpist people. And again, I want to try and understand why, when I've looked into this, and all of these states with this Dominion voting They have checked these results. They have, not only have they checked them once, they've then checked them 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and still there is no evidence. And it's not the same people, it's different people checking. Like when it's been checked like 5 or 6 times by 6 different fucking people, and all of them saying there has been nothing untoward, then there is nothing untoward. And Biden won by the number of votes. There's like 350 million people in America. That's 350 million votes. And if all 350 million people are engaged in the voting system and realize that voting is their voice and their voice is their power, and therefore, if they want to make a change, i.e., they didn't want they didn't want Trump to get another term, then they got up off their feet and they went and voted for Biden. And they won by numbers. And it is as simple as that. And it doesn't matter how many times you count it and how many times you complain, it is still the same result. And it keeps getting said that it's the same result. And you're just wasting money trying to prove something that is not true. And people keep telling you it's not true. And not only that, I don't know what else is the problem. What else is the problem? What else is the problem? Because as far as I can see, from the research that I've done, Biden's actually had a really good start to his term. So, he's done this stimulus, so everyone's getting extra payment checks. He's done this infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? You know better than me. He's done this infrastructure spending to 1.9 trillion or something like that, and he's doubled the amount of investment into green energy, which all that's going to mean is more jobs. There's more jobs than there has been in the last few years, statistically speaking. Not only that, there's less unemployment. It's gone down to less than 10% in most major cities. He's talking about and this is going to be a point I'm going to go on to, because people that are bitching about this, which is mainly Republicans, which are mainly people that are capitalists, which is mainly people that only give a shit about themselves, is the raising capital tax. Yeah. Well, let me tell you this. If Amazon and Jeff Bezos, who has earned the most amount of money, who's the richest man in the world, and if he is backing it, if he, who is capitalized the most on COVID-19, if he is the one to be the first person to stand up and say, I'm cool with capital gains tax, yeah, then everyone else should fucking shut their mouth and get in line. Because there is a massive problem with capital gains tax and corporate tax around the world, in that people just don't fucking pay for it. And if you ain't paying no taxes, then we ain't paying no fucking taxes. Let's get this right. Yeah, you lot have been capitalizing on us for centuries. We ain't standing for this shit no more. And it's simple as that. So big up Jeff Bezos. Preach. First in line, leader. Follow the leader. Yeah. If Jeff Bezos is putting his hands up and saying, yeah, you know what? I've gotten away with paying no tax for a long time. I don't mind, paying my, then everyone else needs to just shut your mouth and pay your fucking taxes. Yeah, I'm getting rude now and I apologise, because I'm just in that frame of mind. And I did warn you, I'm in bitch mode. So you're paying for the infrastructure for your company or your country, which you need, because let's face it, none of you would be fucking anywhere if it wasn't for the people that work for you, that do all of your work for you, that make you as rich as you are. Let's not forget. And on that note, Jeff Bezos, we're close friends now. Not quite Bezos yet, close, because I've seen the changes you've made over the last year. However, can we talk about Alabama? Yeah. You would not be anywhere if it was not for your workers, much like many of the capitalists and people that are squeaky bum time about paying their corporate taxes. You would not be anywhere if it was not for the team of people below you that work for you, that make your business run, that make your business what it is. And if every person that worked in Amazon one day just went, you know what? Fuck it. We've had enough of this shit. We've had enough of our bad workers' rights. We're going to just all strike on the same day. Your business would ground to a halt. It would grind to a halt. And 2 staff members in Alabama were fired for being activists, which is an absolute fucking joke. That's got nothing to do with their work life. It's got nothing to do with their capability to do their job. And it is an absolute shame on you that I know it's not your own fault, Jeff Bezos. You're not working in Alabama, are you? But you've got people that are working for you that allowed that shit to go on. So either you no, it's not either. You've got to listen to your staff. At the end of the day, they make your business. They're the ones that make your business, which means that you earn £250 million a day. And without them, you're nothing. So if they are telling you that they ain't happy with the way they're being treated, then you should listen. You should absolutely listen to every single fucking word they've got to say. And you should allow them to unionize. If you're so big and confident about how great your business is, and that how great your business processes are, and how great you are treating your staff, then let them unionize. You've got no problem, have you? You should be paying them at least $15 an hour, whatever it is, across the world. You should be paying them healthcare from day one. You should be re-employing those 2 people that were fired indiscriminate. You know what I mean? Because that is completely unjust. That has nothing to do. If someone wants to go to a protest, that protest, that's got nothing to do with their work life. That's got nothing to do with their capability to do the job. That's got nothing to do with the business whatsoever. So to fire people on that basis is just pure, straight discrimination. Yeah. So it doesn't matter what the vote is that's gone on in Alabama. You should be man enough, yeah, to stand by the fucking staff that have stood by you and that have made your business the business it is, and that have made it 250 million a day, and that have made you a trillionaire, and that they are the ones that actually are the fucking frontline workers making your business run. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget who they are and how important they are to you and to your business running. Because if they all walked out one day, you'd be screwed. So you need to listen. You need to listen. Oh, I told you. Sorry to stop upsetting me, man. I'm sorry. It's so ridiculous. I was dancing around my living room earlier, and then something just like that in a heartbeat. Whee! Right. Where am I? I had loads of stuff. I'm all over the show now. Look. Right. I've got loads of charity things. Ramadan fam is coming up. I'm looking forward to Ramadan. Oh, that was another thing. I'm going to look up every day I'm going to try and obviously do it in advance. I think we just celebrate more, celebrate each other's cultures and days, national days more, so that we learn more about each other. So I'm going to start looking up like a week in advance and see what's coming up in the calendar, and share those as well. So whether it's like religious festivals or, you know, national days, let's just celebrate. Let's celebrate each other. Let's just, it's more reasons to celebrate. And also while we're doing it, we're also learning about each other at the same time. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. It's all goodness. So I'm going to do that as well. Did you know? Let me say as well. Well, this is on from yesterday. I'm gonna have to go back to it. It was about energy, green energy. Because you know that if you have magnets and copper wire, you can make free energy yourself. Not only that, there's a film on Netflix called The Boy. I think it's like The Boy Who Made a Windmill or something like that. And it's this little boy in Africa. True story. And he lived in this village, and there was a drought. And he couldn't get to school, and his family was starving. And all he had was this bike, but it had a dynamo on it that made the light on the bike turn on when he was cycling. And he used to sneak into the library because he couldn't afford to go to school. And he needed to be at home to help his parents with the farm to try and to survive. So in his like free time, he used to sneak into the library and read books on like engineering and mechanics. And he taught himself. This is a kid in the middle of the bush, in a community of people that were starving. They had like 1 cup of rice between 5 people a day. And he taught himself how to build a windmill, which he made from, ultimately he broke down his bike and used the bike parts and made a windmill which connected to a pump, which connected to water, which connected to feeding water to their land to grow food. And once he'd done it for one, he did it for his whole community. And then he got a scholarship to like MIT. And it's just the sheer genius of it. The sheer perseverance and motivation and determination and courage and just magnificence of that. You know? Just we need more of that. So yeah, Africa's smashing it, frankly. I remember when I lived there, and I lived in this hut, and I was teaching biology to like a vocational school. So it's to students that were sort of 16 to 35, basically. It's like I was teaching biology to the agricultural students. This is when I was 19. And I lived in this like mud hut with another volunteer. In the mud hut next door, so there's two of us in our mud hut, and the one that was sort of next door had like 20 people in it. It's the same size as ours, and there was two of us in it. It just felt like I don't know. It felt wrong. And you know what? Their kids, they'd walk like 2 hours to school and back to normal school, and they'd look like the most pristine kids you'd ever seen. And they'd be out like, because there was no running water or anything, so you'd go to the tap and get the water, and you'd have to boil it, and they'd have like proper washboard, like washboards, and they'd be cleaning their kid. They were so proud that their kids went to school, and their kids were so proud that they went to school, and they were up well early, and they like starch all their shirts and everything. Their uniform is like pristine, and they'd come home and it'd be pristine as well. And we went to because it was agricultural school. A teacher took the class. We went camping one weekend, and just like proper in the bush. Like I already lived in the bush, but we went really, really into the bush. And so it was like literally nothing. And then all of a sudden we came across like, sorry, excuse me a second. Oh, God knows. Right. Yeah, we came across, it's called a kraal. So it's basically like a little mud hut estate, if you know what I mean, but it's like a little fence with it's like a family sort of thing. But it was surrounded by hundreds and hundreds of cars, like in the middle of nowhere. It's nothing, and then hundreds of cars. Anyway, so the teacher that we were with, he was like, right, we'll stop here, see what's going on. So we got out and we went in there, and a girl that was from this family, from this kraal, from the middle of nowhere, she'd graduated from like Oxford or Cambridge, and that was her graduation party. So everyone from everywhere had come to to celebrate. And because Botswana used to be a British protectorate, so what that means is obviously with South Africa and Afrikaans, the chief of like Botswana travelled to England on foot originally and asked to be protected from the Afrikaans. And so when they saw that we were from England, then we were just treated like absolute, when we walked in and they found out we were English, with me and this other girl that was volunteering, they were like, oh my God, come and sit at the top table, like the family table, the top table with the whole family and this girl. We were like, what? We've only just met you. They were like, no, come sit with us. Your family. And then they made us go and eat first as well, like before everyone else. And when I say there must have been 1,000+ people there. They were trying to make us go first in front of them, even in front of their family, in front of the girl whose graduation. I was like, this is the most awkward thing I've ever. I just turned up to a party and now, you know what I mean? But that's how they would. They just was just like your family. So. And then they wanted us to dance with them. They had like this traditional dance, and they were teaching us this dance. And they were like, please come and dance with us on the dance floor first. Learn this dance. Oh, it's great. But you know what I mean? They just, whatever they have, they share. It's just something that we all should really learn. And yeah, I was thinking, I ain't got time. I ain't got, I ain't got time for nonsense no more. It's a waste of time. Like, liars and cheaters, and just don't want to be around it. And I'll be straight, like, if I am around it, I will tell, because I haven't got time for it. Because I think it's just a waste of everybody's time. So, you know what I mean? Like, if you've got a friend and that, and they're cheating on their other half, if they're doing that in front of my face, I'm going to tell. It's as simple as that. Because I just think it's bang out of order. Because people should be able to control themselves, whether it's girls or boys. I just don't want to be around it. So either don't come near me, because I will tell, or fucking hold it down in it. Because it's just ruining people. So it's ruining your own life. You ain't got no self-respect, and you ain't got no respect for your partner either. I'm just not about that. I don't want to be near it. I don't want to associate with it. I'm happy not to be friends with people like that. That's just the truth. I'd rather have no friends than fake friends, do you know what I mean? Or frenemies. Got many of those already. So yeah, I've got loads of links on. I've been watching African history. Oh, I haven't really talked about food. Oh, jeez. Jamaican fam, listen. The one thing, that's not true, but one of the things that I am thankful for my ex is I learned how to make Saturday soup. Yeah, if you don't know what Saturday soup is, well, that's what his family call it over here. So like lamb neck soup with carrots, leeks, potatoes, onions, Scotch bonnet. It's like the best. Oh, and dumplings, like proper Jamaican soup. All right, I can make it. Banging. And curry goat, rice and peas can make that banging. And it's like the most best comfort food ever. I don't mind me a bit of cooking. I don't know why that just came into my head, but it did. So yeah. I like cooking for other people other than myself. Weirdly. So I'm a feeder, I think. I do enjoy cooking for other people. Anyway, so Soz has it, like, literally, if you'd caught me, it's my fault, I'm doing this. But I tried to set this up and it wouldn't go on. And then I saw something and it just really just set me off on a tangent of rage, if I'm honest. But I'm just trying to bring myself back to, the pendulum, the emotional pendulum. I'm trying to rein it back in to Zen. My resting state of Zen. Right. But the overall vibe is love you guys. Always. I think everyone's doing a sterling job. I've missed loads of things off. Yeah, I've missed some things off, I'm sure of it. I'd so many. But sometimes it happens, doesn't it? Sometimes you just get a little bit distracted. Shit happens, as they say. But it's in America they've got Robin Hood Foundation. I'm gonna put a link into those guys. Robin Hood Foundation. They're investing in communities and doing lots of projects. I watched it on Bloomberg TV, and the guy, he's a bright inspiration. Just trying to restart, struggling communities, and give people dreams. I like that. That's what it's about. So let me just quickly double check before I go. Yeah, I'll put all these links in. I've got loads of these videos. I think we just need to be a bit more vigilant. If everyone should, we all should be carers. We all should be community police. We should be, able to do first aid and know fire skills and help each other out. Just if we see something that's out of order, say so. Try and stop it. Video it. There's a kid in here. A 12-year-old boy. And he was abducted, raped, and shot in the face. And then left to die about a week ago, I believe, by a man. Now, the 12-year-old boy, this is. I just think we've become too much like pussies when it comes to penalising. What's that word? you know, there's levels, isn't there? There's levels of, there's lots of crimes that shouldn't be crimes, and then there's crimes that are given too much sentence for what they are, and then there's crimes that white people get less than black people, and so on and so forth. But then there's crimes that make me question, why are we paying for these people? Doesn't matter where in the world, why are we paying for them? Why are we paying for them? Just a genuine question. Why? Why are we paying for serial killers to live the rest of their lives? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Why are we paying for somebody who is like this one here? It's not the first time he's done this. He's done this kind of thing. He abducted a 12-year-old boy off the street, raped him in his car, locked him in so he couldn't get out, shot him in the face, and then chucked him out like a piece of shit. Not only that, then he was like, come on, why? That person is not human. Like, you can't. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, joy. Like, nice ending there. Nice light note to end it on. Sorry. But, whew. Just not, you know, I'm in one of those vibes. I'm like, do you know what? No, I'm not going to say anything. Love everybody, apart from paedophiles and serial killers, and the wicked witch of the West. Other than that, I love you all. And it's another day in the asylum, you know. I think we're doing pretty well. We will survive, as they say. And there's lots of good things coming. So, love you. I hope you have a great evening, day, afternoon, whatever you're doing. And I'll see you tomorrow.